Princess Diana's honest verdict on young Andrew Mountbatten Windsor revealed by royal biographer. Diana, Princess of Wales, who died in 1997, was married to Andrew's brother, Prince Charles, from 1981 until their divorce in 1996. A royal biographer has claimed that the late Diana, Princess of Wales, had strong opinions about her former brother-in-law, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. Lady Diana Spencer married Andrew's brother, then Prince Charles. In 1981, 5 years before Diana's friend, Sarah Ferguson, would go on to wed the former Duke of York. In his book, entitled, The Rise and Fall of the House of York, royal biographer Andrew Lowney claims that Andrew's boisterous nature and desire to cause trouble was far from appealing to the late Diana. According to the author, Diana shared her inner thoughts on the former prince in his youth, writing, "He was very, very noisy and loud. It occurred to me that there was something troubling him," adding that his personality type wasn't for me. Diana also noted that her brother-in-law was very happy to sit in front of the television all day watching cartoons and videos and described him as not a doer. While there was a rumored falling out between Diana and Sarah in the years after their respective divorces from Charles and Andrew, the former Duchess of York has always spoken fondly about her friend. In an interview with Hello! In 2021, Sarah said of the late princess, who died in 1997, "I love her. So I always say, it doesn't matter what anyone thinks, if you love them, you love them. So my heart is always with her. I think she would be very proud of her sons and their wives, and the grandchildren." Andrew, who was pictured for the first time on Monday since the king formally stripped him of all of his royal titles, styles and honors, is set to move out of Royal Lodge in Windsor to a private property on the monarch's Sandringham estate in Norfolk in the coming year. Ahead of the King's statement on the 30th of October, author Andrew Lowney told Hello!'s A Right Royal podcast that while the controversy surrounding the former Duke of York does not eclipse the abdication of Edward VIII, it remains the worst crisis in living memory. "I really feel there's collateral damage being done to the monarchy. And they've been too slow to realize what's actually going on," Andrew said. "They need to get ahead of the news agenda rather than play catch-up." Andrew latest. The government has said there is no need to legislate to remove titles from Andrew Mountbatten Windsor despite him remaining by law the Duke of York. The disgraced former royal continuing to hold the peerage is set to fuel demand for steps to be taken in Parliament to deprive him of the rank. Andrew has been removed from the role of the peerage as the Duke of York. However, according to an expert Commons research briefing, his exclusion from the list only means he cannot be referred to by the title in official documents and does not scratch the peerage itself. Ministers have already acknowledged removing the honor, which Andrew was gifted on the day of his wedding to Sarah Ferguson, would require an Act of Parliament. The government has been pressed at Westminster whether it would bring in legislation to give effect to the King's decision to remove all titles from Andrew. Responding to a written question by Labour peer Viscount Stansgate, son of the late left-wing firebrand Tony Benn, Labour frontbencher Baroness Anderson of Stoke-on-Trent said, following the statement made by Buckingham Palace on October 30th, "The entitlement to the title of Prince, and the style of Royal Highness has been removed by letters patent. The title of the Duke of York has been removed from the roll of the peerage and will no longer be used officially." There is therefore no need for legislation to implement the measures that have been announced. Andrew was banished from the monarchy by the king because of his serious lapses of judgment over his association with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.